Welcome to the SUTV Live post-game show where we're looking back on a fine 2-0 win for the Blades at home to Barnsley this afternoon that sees them jump back into the Championship's top 6. I've got alongside me Asaba and Kevin Gage. Kevin, first of all, how big is that result?
Well, it's a huge result, yeah. We said before the game it didn't really matter or didn't care how we got the 3 points as long as we did. I genuinely didn't think we would play as badly as that. Let's be honest, let's not beat about the bush. We were poor today, and we were fortunate, I think, to get that first goal against the run of play in the second half. But once we had got that goal, we seemed to step up a bit, and Barnsley lost a little bit of belief, and we ran out comfortable winners in the end. But for 50-55 minutes, it wasn't looking good at all.
Bottom line is, though, we're at the business end of the season, and it's now all about getting results. Look, you'd like to have the performance, Carl, but the result's everything.
Yeah, the results, and you've got to remember we're starting from November. Yeah. Our season's based, so this team are due off matches because everyone else's off matches is spaced over a whole season. We didn't turn up for the first couple of months, so now under Hecky, if there's a club below par performance, we're all worrying. But if you look at the run of the games and the points he's accrued with the injuries, they've done fabulous. And today I got a bit excited, there's a shot, got excited saying it's going to be 3-0, it's going to be fancy football, and they just ground through a victory, and they've done us proud, and they've got through it again.
And you look for positives in any performance. It might not have been the standard we wanted, but you've got 3 points and you've kept a clean sheet.
Yeah, it's huge for the defence. They didn't come under massive pressure, but Barnsley were just a good technical side all around the pitch. And they didn't really create too many opportunities, but when we had to defend, we did it absolutely fine, and we did our jobs. And I just feel like we've got that game out of the way. It was always going to be not a difficult game, but it's one you could slip up on. And it's gone now. We've got the 3 points, and we can all move on.
And importantly as well, Carl, I guess that we've talked about the injury list that the Blades have right now. You've got a 2-week break coming up. Yeah. How important is it to go into that on the back of a win as they have done?
Oh, massive. Yeah, and the bodies will be wanting to get back. You're excited to come back in a team that's on the verge of the playoffs. An injury is always, a lot fresher when you've got a good run to go into. If you're facing a relegation battle, you really let that injury heal and make sure you're excited. You want to be part of it. So I think the boys will all be chomping at the bit. We'll get good weather again, so they can get out onto the fields, and the fields will be firming up. We've had a lot of soft tissue injuries through the boggy pitches. Now the pitches are starting to change. You can get out and train a lot harder with more intensity on these pitches, the firmer pitches, and in the good weather.
Well, the fans have left Bramall Lane certainly on a high. We're upbeat here in the studio. What about the players? Let's get some reaction from one of the Sheffield United players today. Morgan Gibbs-White, thanks for coming up and joining us. That was a tough battle.
Yeah, really tough. I think first half we were miles off it. I think that's due to all the games that we've been played and all the injuries that we've had, and just constant games. We looked leggy, we looked tired. But the gaffer gave us a good telling off first in the changing rooms, and then showed we come back out fighting, and we got the win.
Are you able to share with us what the gaffer said at half time?
He just wanted us to pull our finger out. We wasn't running, we wasn't tight to people, we were getting played around too easy. He just wanted us to liven up, waking up, and he did. He got us to liven up and wake up.
Did he put it like that?
No, definitely not. But we needed it. And it's shown. Second half, we come out fighting. We won most second balls, and we were on the front foot.
This is the thing, isn't it? Good teams find a way. You've got 8 players unavailable through injury, and you found a way.
Yeah, exactly. That's what it's been like the past 4 or 5 weeks, And the amount of games that we've had in the past 4 or 5 weeks is ridiculous compared to the amount of injuries we've had as well. But you have to give credit to the boys to keep going. It's a very long season, and we've got 8 games left now, and just trying to get as many points as we can.
A couple of weeks ago, Billy Sharp joined us here on set and talked to us about the relationship and understanding you two have got going together, and couldn't sing your praises highly enough. I imagine for you, playing alongside him and learning, it's the same, isn't it?
Yeah, it's massive playing with Billy. He makes the game easy for me. I know where he is, I know where he's going to be, I know to stay close to him because he's going to win majority of the balls coming into him. But for instance, all the boys that came on, they did unbelievable. McBurney came on, Jefferson came on, and they were excellent. And we all link up really well in training, and it shows on the pitch.
Yeah, talk us through your goal, because Ollie did really well, I thought, to get the ball out from under his feet initially.
Yeah, quite a dry pitch second half. Played it to Ollie, and I seen the space, so I ran into it, and I was screaming for him to pass the ball, and I weren't sure whether he was going to get out of his feet in time, otherwise I'll be offside. But it's a great ball in, and I just seen the space and took it around the keeper and slid it in.
And I suppose from your perspective as well, all you can really do is ask questions of the teams around you. You've had the early kick-off, you've got the win for the likes of QPR, Luton, Borough. You've asked that question now.
Yeah, massively, It's about time we started climbing up the table. We keep winning games and staying in the same position. We get a point last week and we dropped down to 9th. It's the championship table is crazy at the minute, but we just got to focus on ourselves and keep pushing forward. And
of course, you go away and join up with the England under-21s. How important is it though to go and join them on the back of a win here?
Yeah, it's massive. It gives you the confidence to go into there and try and impress and play the games for England. It's always an honour, to put on the England shirt. But obviously the main focus is to get Sheffield back up.
Well, exactly, and myself and the lads have been talking about home field advantage, Bramall Lane. 5 of the last 8 are played here. We think it makes a difference, but we're just watching. For you guys on the field, is it noticeable?
Yeah, you can see in our performances it's noticeable. Every time we go away, it's always a tough pitch, it's always a scrappy game. But when we come here, the crowd is just behind us 100%, and it definitely gives us that massive push. But even away, to be fair to the fans, they always travel, they always support. They're a great group of fans, and we just can't ask anything more for them, but for them to continue to support.
2-0 win, 3 points, back in the top 6. Well done, Morgan.
Thank you.
Morgan Gibbs-White, as you might expect, delighted to have claimed the 3 points, and it is now. With 8 games to go once we return from the international break, chaps, it's all about getting the results, because it's an almighty tussle there to finish in the top 6.
Yeah, we've put ourselves in a brilliant position, haven't we? We now go away for 2 weeks. There'll be a few bodies able to heal and just have a few days off. The ones that are not on international breaks, anyway. But yeah, a chance to recuperate, and then we come back. We've got a difficult away game at Stoke. Although Stoke haven't got much to play for. They're mid-table-ish, and then we've got a run of 3 home games that are going to be absolutely crucial. So we need as many players back and fit and bombing for those 3 games.
What I liked about Morgan there when he spoke to us was his honesty. We've spoken on set about the players perhaps feeling it. It's been a tough month, March, in terms of number of games, quality of opponent, and he didn't shy away from that. He said, look, we were feeling it. We were a little bit leggy out there today, but still got the win.
Yeah, and the honesty and the togetherness, I think, does him well. And that's what the manager's been like since he's been in. He's not giving us excuse after excuse if anything's gone wrong. And Gibbs-White there, he's just scored, but he's been frankly honest that we weren't at a level that we want to be. But again, so much credit to him. They say don't fall in love with loan signings, but I think all the blades
it's hard not to, isn't it?
I know, me and Kev are talking about getting tattoos. I've been there. He's done great. And that goal today was, McBurney's done well, but the composure Gibbs-White showed when he's gone through, he had the touch and he took another touch, and it's so easy to overplay, take a firm touch, but he's gone round him, and then the finish, cutting across, brilliant. Good luck to the lad in England duty, and it's good for everyone to see that you do well. You're getting selected and recognition for your country now, so good times.
The best things we can say about Gibbs-White is when he went through, we expected him to score because he's that good. Well, I was in no doubt that he was. Once he took the touch, you could just see him going around the keeper. He was never going to miss. But the other thing, he's a lone player, isn't he? And we love him. But his enthusiasm and his desire and his energy was brilliant. He closed someone down on the far side in the second half, and they were on a bit of a break.
John Street,
they were on a break on the right-hand side, and he must have run 30, 40, 50 yards at full pelt to get a great sliding tackle in, and the attack finished. And that's the kind of thing. I mean, as you say, he's fully committed to the cause, even though he's on loan here.
Not a bad word about him. He has been one. I enjoy watching him play, and his commitment to the court is just a breath of fresh air. Yeah.
He also said that Paul Heckingbottom shut them up at half-time. He seemed quite politically correct in the way he described it. I imagine that you two both played under managers that perhaps a little bit more forthright than that.
Yeah, the teacups would have gone flying definitely in our day probably. But Hecky, you kind of feel he's a quietly spoken and he's calm in his press conferences. But I've no doubt, when voices have to be raised and people have to be shouted at. I'm sure he can get the job done. But having said that, we didn't start the second half particularly well.
No.
You know, for the first 10 minutes, Barnsley were coming at us and we're just looking to get on top. So the goal came just at the right time for us, I felt.
Another good performance from Gordon. I thought Claren did really well.
Very
solid,
steady, wasn't he?
And Egan was anonymous in that he didn't do anything wrong. He's marshalled the team well, and you love those performances. He did, you know, good from the boys at the back.
One negative point, Billy Sharp left the pitch after about an hour. We don't know what the extent of the injury is yet, and fingers crossed that it's nothing too severe.
Yeah, just fingers crossed.
Oh yeah, I mean it didn't look too promising, did it? As you say, we didn't limp off, so hopefully it was precautionary. Although I didn't like the way he just kind of went down and just sat there, you know, on the halfway line, because he wasn't involved in the play. It wasn't a contact injury or anything like that. So hopefully, you know, fingers crossed, touch every bit of wood going, that he's going to be okay. Because if there's one player we need towards now and the end of the season, well, it's two actually, because Gibbs-White is one of those as well. He's crucial. Although we have got Njai, who's a similar player, but we've got no one like Billy Sharp in the whole squad at the moment.
Well, that's where this 2-week international break comes in now, isn't it? Because there's a number of other players trying to make their way back as well. And you would have feared, I think, for us, had you had to continue playing, at least now that there's some form of respite.
Yeah, as I say, it's going to be... The games come thick and fast as well. Yes, they'll get a respite. They'll have a few days off from training. They'll be allowed to recuperate. They can maybe work on one or two things, not massively, because we're too deep into the season. And to be honest, there's not too much to work on. The players know what they need to do. So it's just more rest and relaxation and recuperation. And then we go again. And then the games come thick and fast again. You know, we go Saturday, we go Wednesday, we go Friday, we go Monday, and then it's Saturday again. And they're going to be important, tough games. You know, we've got Bournemouth down here, we've got QPR down here, promotion rivals, and they are the archetypical 6-pointers. You know, if we can get 6 points against either one of them, but hopefully both of them, puts us in a fantastic position.
Yeah, absolutely. 8 games left to play then as the Blades head into the international break. 5 of them to be played here at Bramall Lane. And SUTV Live is back on air 2 weeks from today, Saturday the 2nd of April. Ashley Wilmot will take you through that one alongside the ever-present Kevin Gage, and alongside him will be David McGoldrick making his SUTV Live debut. We are on air for that one from 2 p.m. But for now, Kevin Gage, thank you very much.
Cheers, Richard.
Carl Asaba, happy man?
Happy.
Happy. You can't ask for any more. 3 points, a 2-0 win over the South Yorkshire rivals Barnsley, and Sheffield United back inside the Championship's top 6.